This is Quazimotoe with Good Game Fun Time, back with another Quazi Quickie. Talking about D.Va today. Let's go over her abilities. She uses the fusion cannons, which is a unlimited ammo shotgun. It has 11 pellets per shot. Each one does about 0.6 to 2 damage per pellet, and you get headshots with it, so if you can, aim at the head. She also uses a defense matrix, which has a 15-meter range in front of her. It absorbs damage until the amount of damage equal to the shield runs it down all the way. It does have a 1 second cooldown and 10 seconds for recharging when they destroy it. She also has her boosters, which she can fly through the air into any location with. It has a range up to 25 meters. It has a 2-second duration when you activate the boosters. It also has a 5-second cooldown, so you can use it pretty frequently. If you do ram a person with it, it does 25 damage, and you can pin them into corners with it, or into walls. Her ultimate is her self-destruct, and what it does is it launches your mech suit, and it causes 1,000 damage within a 20-meter radius. Has a 3-second fuse, and you cannot get any kind of headshots or anything with it. It does have a delayed splash damage as a projectile. So you also have your light gun when you're outside of your mech suit, and it's a linear projectile that shoots straight shots. It does 14 damage per shot, has 20 rounds in the clip, reload time of 1.5 seconds, and you can get a headshot. Her last ability is the call mech ability. When you use your ultimate to launch your mech as an explosive projectile, you can call your mech down a couple seconds afterwards. It takes 2 seconds to cast it. It does do damage if someone's near you for 50, and you need 300 points to call it down if someone destroys your mech and you jump out of it, if you don't use your ult. Let's go into her effectiveness as a defensive and offensive character. She's primarily a tank, but due to her unique mech gimmick and unrelenting primary fire, D.Va is she's a great pick for new players. Her strategies are, she has 2 distinct play styles. Every time she spawns piloting a mech, it's capable of firing an endless machine gun like fusion cannon, which is like a shotgun. It's boosting in any direction with her boosters with flight capabilities. You can go in the air, queuing up a temporary shield to block opponent fire and guard your teammates. If enough damage is dealt to her, she'll eject from the mech, so it gives you a second chance at life, essentially. And you'll be limited to the use of your light gun, till you can call down another mech. Because of this, you'll need to play her a bit more cautiously than other tanks while being aggressive at the same time. It's kind of confusing, I know, but you'll get used to it if you play her enough. So just try not to put yourself in a position where taking too much damage for too long, and if you get a chance when you're in danger, just go ahead and boost away. And you can also boost in and out of fights pretty easily. So because they have a low cooldown of 5 seconds, you can use the boosters pretty often. Boosting an enemy to knock them off a cliff or a roof is another option, because that way you can push them in a certain direction when you boost into them. You also need to keep in mind that boosting and triggering the self-destruct sequence can actually fling the mech, so you can shoot it over walls and have it drop down behind walls in choke points or on targets on the payload and such. It's a really good feature to have in tight areas to get rid of a whole team. It'll wipe out a whole team easily. So just try and use that as often as possible. If you find yourselves out of your mech, just hang back at a safe range. Let the other tanks, if there's any other tanks, take damage, or keep the healers close to you. Stay out of sight if you can until you get your mech to call down. That way you can pick off people with your pistol, which is pretty good for a long range. And you can get some pot shots with some headshots and help your teammates take down the enemies that are attacking, that have destroyed your mech. It's not the most reliable weapon, the pistol, but it does hit enemies from very far away, and you will need to get several hits to help out. That way you build up your points to get your mech back as well. Her synergies, D.Va is perfect when paired with another tank, because she's one of the more offensive oriented choices, because she doesn't really have any damage soaking. She has a shield, but it doesn't last very long, and it doesn't hold a lot of damage resistance. And that way the support can top you off, especially if you get ejected from your mech. Zarya is a good one because she gets up close and personal, and you can use her shield to defend you if you're in trouble in any way. D.Va player can boost constantly, so that's pretty good for maneuverability. You can get around the board really fast and move around the whole stage very quickly, getting in and out of fights swiftly and helping your team push a point or pushing enemies off a cliff, which is fun. Her threats as a soft, squishy tank, as far as tanks go, almost any character with a lot of firepower at a range, so your Widowmakers, your Soldier 76, Junkrats, they can rip D.Va's mech apart easily. The mech weapons skew toward closer engagements because it's a shotgun style weapon, even though it does have infinite ammo. Be mindful though that when you do shoot the fusion cannons, it slows your movement speed, so be prepared to move and stop firing if you have to. And she's pretty easy to spot on the stage because she's got a giant mech and she's just walking around, flying around everywhere. So it's hard to keep fire off her. She does draw a lot of fire, so that's a good thing that she has the mech, and if you get attacked and destroyed, you can back up and let the other tanks take over. If you see a D.Va and you're on the opposing team, you just target her as quickly as you can and actually follow up with an aggressive play to get her out of her mech and take her down as fast as possible. Ensure that she can't call down another mech, and you have to eat the respawn timer. So you don't want her pulling down another mech or using an ult and wiping your whole team. So as soon as you see a D.Va, attack her and take her out. And this has been another Quazi Quickie on Good Game Fun Time with Quazimotoe. I appreciate everyone for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and poke the like button and subscribe. Just poke it once though, because twice kind of defeats the purpose. We'll be doing a giveaway soon. We're trying to get to the 50 subscriber mark, but I'm going to go ahead and waive that, and we'll do the Gleam.io giveaway soon. And I really do appreciate everyone who's watching the channel and all the support. And as always, happy gaming!